1999. What continues to be done to satisfy the consent decree?
Thank you, Wendell. What we continue to do is we continue to research and look for new technologies. At the same time, we've put forth a work plan to the expert panel to seek approval and NGT status approval for the scraper system for the barns and also the SDS system. Thank you.
Good evening, gentlemen. I'm Chris May. I'm presiding commissioner of Sullivan County. I've been in that position for almost 12 years. I'm the past president of the County Commissioners Association of Missouri in 2008. I'm currently a member of the CCAMP Legislative Committee. That's an 8-member committee. Also, I'm the chairman of the Green Hills Regional Planning Commission. I would just like to quickly go over the past few years and relay some things from my perspective as the County Commissioner of Sullivan County as to what PSF has done in our county, in our communities, as to how they reacted, how they worked with us over those years to improve all of these issues that they're faced with, environmental issues. They've been extremely cooperative, and any time there was a situation, either from us going to them or them coming to us, very responsive. And I know when I say this, I speak for at least 7 other counties across this northern tier of counties, which we make up the Great Northwest, one of the greatest regions in this state. So they're extremely good corporate neighbors. Anytime help is needed, I can think back over the last few years. You know, it was about 3 years ago we had an extreme drought situation. Time and time again, they stepped up, filled farmers' ponds, small communities, reservoirs. This was all voluntary work that they did. And just situations like that. They developed scholarships for schools, high schools across this region. Anytime there's something that's needed, there's people knocking on their door for funding or products, and I'm one of those people that they're always, I'm not sure they're glad to see me coming, but they're just an extremely good corporate neighbor. It was stated in Princeton just recently that they've made some strides in certain things on these environmental issues. It's my opinion that the one they made the most strides in, which they didn't seem to get credit that evening, was in odor control and air quality control. I can tell you over these last few years, they've done an extremely good job there. Now, with that being said, no one is asking for anything to be dismissed. There's work still to be done. They know that, and you gentlemen know that, and you're all working together, which we appreciate that. But look around this room. You have families that have staked their futures on this company and these jobs. And that's what this is all about. We try to over the years to make jobs available, keep our young people in these communities. And that's what's happening now. And so be aware of that as you make these decisions and you work through this process. And with that, my question is, do you see any reason why this consent decree should not be extended and allow for this new technology to be developed and improved? Thank you, gentlemen.
I'm going to take a shot at answering the question that was asked. I think that in terms of it simply being extended without any particular endpoint, that would be a concern. I think there's a value to trying to both the PSF, frankly, and the state to try and determine a technology that's going to address the most significant outstanding issue, which is the barn odor. And if we can develop that, then what we can do is get to a point where, frankly, we can resolve this and bring it to a conclusion. So simply extending the existing consent decree is not something I think that is the goal of either the state or necessarily PSF. I don't want to speak for them, but I think what we would like to do is actually get a technology that addresses this last outstanding issue and then develop a schedule that actually implements that technology.
Next speaker is Ed Rhodes, Sean and Dusty Bowman on deck.
Good evening, gentlemen. Thank you very much for coming back again, once again, to North Missouri. We appreciate the opportunity to come before you. My name is Ed Rhodes. I'm a farmer in Putnam County. I am also a near neighbor to PSF, and I'm here to say they are a good neighbor. I'm very active in our community, but I'm here tonight to speak on behalf of CAP, Citizens Advisory Panel, which was formed by the consent decree, I believe, in 2001, 2002, with the EPA consent decree. A little bit about CAP. I can't go into great details of it like I would like to because of time restraints, but it was established to allow a means of exchange between PSF and the community back to PSF. It has been very successful in that. To be a member of the CAP, there's only one requirement that each member must do, and that is that member must agree that PSF has a right to exist. Now, having said that, I must say that membership invitation was sent to Terry Spence and Rolf Christian, but they both declined to be a member. At each CAP meeting, we go over every incident report that takes place. And I would say off the top of my head that at least 90% of every incident report was caused by this auto flush system in the barn that the scraper system would eliminate. It would definitely improve conditions in the barn. Also at each meeting, we go over every hotline call, when it was made, why it was made. We go over the follow-up on that call. It is thoroughly investigated and dealt with. At last month's meeting with the Attorney General stated he must balance the interest of the economy and jobs in the communities equally with property rights of the states. Now, if he truly believes what he said, and I say he does, why has his office only allowed an anti-industry extremist group to participate at the advisory team meetings and not allow community or business groups who are better representative of our communities and truly care about the well-being of those communities? You, the expert panel, were selected to this job because you are viewed as experts. Now, I must ask you, if you are experts in this field then, why do you allow a radical environmental group to feed you information that you must know will be slanted toward their anti-industry beliefs and goals while not allowing the community that is better served to speak? We have not had that opportunity. We, the silent majority, are not on the payroll or funded by an activist environmental group, nor are we trying to continually line our pockets with nuisance lawsuits. We just want to work, live, and raise our families in a healthy and prosperous community.